Hi, my name is Sara Nelson. I am 32 years old and I am in my 10th year of teaching. And this year I am the media specialist at Harborview Elementary, a school in Marion County, Florida. So I was born and raised in Brooksville, Florida. I grew up on a farm, so I was a farm girl. So I had the cows and the pigs. I went to the schools that were 5 minutes from my door. I did different livestock competitions. I did public speaking all the way up to the University of Florida level. I was very active in my community service, and trying to give back as much as I could. So when I was in 4th grade, they opened up a school called Chocachatti Elementary. It was a very exciting news because we're from a little town, and to have this new and improved school that was going to be a magnet school that had a MicroSociety, and we're like, what is that? And so all of the students across the board were put into a lottery system to be hopefully selected. And when it was happening, I obviously put my name in it, and then I was selected. I ended up absolutely loving it. At Chocachatti Elementary, I was the first graduating 5th grade class. So my first job was tour guide. I was a very people person, and so I chose that job because they trusted me when people who were coming to explore the school, which was brand new, we were the first ones to walk on it. I got to show them everywhere. I got to take them to all the important spots that were important to me and show off and be proud of the school that I was at. It really was in my head that I wasn't good enough to be a tour guide. No one wanted to listen to me. No one was going to take me serious, but I wanted to do it. And so with encouragement from teachers and from my parents, I applied for it. And I think that being a tour guide at the MicroSociety definitely helped my confidence, because these adults were listening to me. The adults went where I went. They listened to what I said. If, let's say I messed up and I said the wrong thing, they didn't know, they believed me, and you had the confidence to just keep going with it. My second job was teacher assistant. So I was actually a teacher. I went to the classes and I got to help with the students. And I already knew I kind of wanted to be a teacher by the time I was in 5th grade. And that just put me over the edge, because in MicroSociety, I was able to do what I already loved doing, which was helping the little kids. I still remember the community at the bank. I remember seeing all the little kids who had built things and were selling things, and it just made such an impact on my life. I remember the skills of, you had to learn to get along with people that maybe you didn't know, or meeting different people from different grades, because just because I was a 5th grader doesn't mean the other people in my job were going to be 5th graders. And so you've learned that everyone is different and everyone has a different mindset, but you also had to learn to be a leader, because especially in the tour guide, the 3rd graders look up to you because not only are you taller, but you're a 5th grader. Even if you didn't think they were looking up to you, they were looking up to you. So my career started in 2011. I did middle school, and then I realized that I liked middle school, but wasn't for me. I wanted to go back to where my passion was, which was elementary school. I am now currently the media specialist. And the reason for that is because I loved books. I loved reading books, and I loved working with all ages of students. And so I applied for the media specialist position, and I absolutely love it, because now I get to work with all 800 students across campus, trying to find books that they want to read, that they're excited about, that they are going to remember. I want them to think back to their elementary school days and remember the librarian, Mrs. Nelson. I want them to think that this is a great place for them to be. So I get to dress up, I get to play the book parts, I get to be in every classroom, they get to all come to the library. And so that is where my journey has taken me in 10 years, and I hope to be here for another 10 years or more. Being a 5th grade student at MicroSociety at Chocachatti Elementary kind of just was the cherry on top to know that I wanted to be a teacher. I knew that with MicroSociety that I was going to somehow bring that into my classroom, which is exactly what I did. Every year, the kids had jobs that if they did their job well, if they did it correctly, they earned their points, their tickets, their money, however they wanted to look at it. And then they got to buy stuff. And I think those jobs really helped them, because in class, they knew that their job was important, and that just like in MicroSociety, your job was important. You had to do it right. You had other people that you wanted to make sure you didn't let down. I think the MicroSociety model is very important to kids. Kids want to feel power. They want to feel like they're in charge. They want to feel like there's more than just sitting in a desk, reading a book, and taking a test. Having that MicroSociety in their life gives them a different purpose. Education's important, learning's important, but so is being part of being a good citizen, being a part of a different community, being a part and working with others. One day they will have jobs. One day they're going to have to work for a living. And the MicroSociety, starting them young, it gives them that power and the fun of learning and working at the same time.